Hello, fellow Cravers, and welcome back to another WWE predictions, and happy holidays to you all as well. And what better way to celebrate the Christmas period than a little bit of TLC, don't you think, Cajr?
Yep.
Yep. Well, and when we
That's
mean
my first introduction.
and when we
Thanks for
mean
introducing.
no, Cajr is here. Hello, Cajr. How you been since Survivor Series?
Fine, thanks.
Yeah. So, a few things on that we didn't. We was hoping for a little bit better near the end of that, didn't we? But I did tell you
Yes.
the Money in the Bank would have been cashed, and it seemed that it did. So yeah, like I said, it is December. It is the end of the year of 2015, and it is time for some tables, ladders, and chairs. So first of all, we're going to be kicking this off with Ryback versus Rusev. Yes, Rusev and Lana are back in the WWE since they announced that they are engaged. Are they actually married yet?
No.
No, just engaged. And so yeah, let's start this match. Ryback versus Rusev. Begin. I'm trying to get comfortable as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Oh, they're doing the entrances. Oh well.
No, you could have turned them off.
Yeah, I know. I forgot to turn it off. I'll skip. There we go. So, anyway, Cajr, we've got Rusev versus Ryback. Now, this is just a match, in my opinion, to warm Rusev back up into the WWE, because he's been out for what? I would say it's been about 4 months, isn't it? Something like that.
Something like that.
I think it's the last time we heard from him. He was he was slapped by Summer Rae.
Yeah,
Simple
because it all
enough.
came out about his
Engagement. Yeah. Now, no problem. The thing is, I'm happy for both of them, definitely, because they are engaged in real life. It's not just a stunt of the WWE. This is.
Yeah,
And,
but I think it's the fact that it ruined the story because
So WWE had to think very quickly.
yeah, which they've had to do a lot recently.
Oh yes. Well, that's one thing that we've gotten from this year so far into it, that there's been a lot of unpredicted incidents that have happened, including one of the main ones being Seth Rollins being injured, to a point that we ended up having a tournament last month.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, Rusev versus Ryback. There's not a major reason why these two are fighting each other, apart from Rusev is supposed to be a heel with the League of Nations or something like that?
Yeah, the new thing they've debuted.
Yes. If you don't know what the League of Nations are, it is Sheamus, King Barrett, Alberto Del Rio, and Rusev. Which, why the League of Nations? Well, because they're not American. Simple enough, isn't it?
And they're all from different nations.
And that too. Well, so what we got? We've got Belgium. Is it Belgium?
No, we've got Belgium.
Bulgaria.
We've got Belgium from.
I don't
Bulgaria,
know. Bulgaria and Belgium sound the same to
Bulgaria,
me.
Mexico, Ireland, and UK, and England.
And England.
Or
Yeah.
UK.
So, like I said, Rusev is a member of that League of Nations. He's trying to become a heel, but I think it's struggling a little bit with everyone wanting Lana.
Yeah, he always struggled because of everyone wanting Lana.
But yeah, I feel slightly sorry for Ryback though. He just feels like he's there for the sake of it though now, which he's been pretty much most of this year, in my opinion. Okay, he's been Intercontinental Champion, but I think it was just, in my opinion, he was just holding it until he was ready to give it to Kevin Owens, who has done a lot better with it.
Well, I think the problem with Ryback, it was his way he was booked. He was booked to play against Miz and Big Show, and he got injured in that time.
What was it? It was infection in the knee or something.
Staph infection in the knee, something they said.
So they had to cancel that, and then they still ended up doing the triple threat match, the pay-per-view afterwards. But where's that? I just noticed that a chair's been put into the ring. By the way, this is supposed to be a normal match. I'm just pointing it out.
At least no one can hit somebody with a chair and get disqualified when they didn't really intend to.
No. Well, it's if they pick. Lana's just interrupting the whole match, which is understood. I've got a feeling that might happen when it comes to the actual match. But yeah, like we said, it's just bad luck for Ryback through the year. Because
I mean, he got the title.
Yeah. I think it's a cursed title.
I don't think it's cursed. I think it's just been badly managed. Like I said, The Miz and Big Show aren't the best of opponents for a new champion.
No. Well, but then again, it was the Intercontinental Championship itself. It was Daniel Bryan had it, won it at WrestleMania, didn't he? And
yes.
It was then Daniel Bryan ended up getting injured, which came to Elimination Chamber, which was a WWE Network exclusive, that Ryback ended up winning it on. So it was one of those where they had to think quick again of, right, what we're going to do here, we need an Intercontinental Champion. And Ryback got it then. But I think Kevin Owens was aimed to have that championship anyway.
I think, it's hard to say. I think there's a lot of people you could make a case for being a champion at the moment. But, you know, you can make a case for a number of people to be champions.
But then again, I think with Ryback, it's mainly his camera work which is a bit suffering. Personally, I find him a little bit boring.
I think he could do with a manager, and to be honest, I do find his moveset is just so limited. I mean, he's tried to become a bit of a high flyer.
Well, the thing is that
which is fair play, going to the top rope and he's calling him flyback and all that, but it's just too much power. There's all to me. It's very limited. Like hotline, body up, dropping back. Like no excitement to it.
The thing is, that's what Ryback probably needs. He needs someone like you said, a manager, didn't you? He could need someone like that just to boost his personality a little bit. I think that's the only thing that he's struggling with, and unfortunately that is a major part of being a WWE superstar, is the personality. And his personality is a bit bland, if anything. At the moment, he's a guy that beats people up, and he's a powerhouse. No offense to the guy, I bet he's a great guy. Yeah, he hasn't. He needs someone to help him. So hopefully, we'll see that in 2016. But I doubt it, unfortunately. Well, it looks like Ryback's going to win this match, though.
Well, is he dominating?
He's dominating at the moment. He nearly had the pin, but then Lana pulled the referee out the ring. Oh, he's got a pin again. 1, 2, 3. Yep, Ryback wins. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Personally, I think Rusev's going to win.
Yeah, Rusev's going to win because they're trying to build him up to be the Brute again.
Yeah.
And make the League of Nations look more formidable in doing so.
Well, they've got to do something, especially if they ain't got Seth Rollins
because
for about 6 months.
If you just look at the names of the League of Nations, the way they've been booked recently, there's just no fear there. Whereas if you start building each one of them up, you start to build that.
But then again, they did have something interesting at the was it the beginning of Raw before TLC, where it was the League of Nations, the Wyatt family, whatever Roman Reigns is calling his group, and the ECW guys coming out, basically facing against each, just face to face with each other. That was entertaining. I would love to see something build up from that a bit more as well. Okay, we've got a couple of matches that are happening because of that. Like, for example, the Dudleys versus the ECW guys versus the Wyatt family. And then we've got Roman Reigns versus Sheamus for the main event of TLC. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we'll get before Royal Rumble as well. Anyway, moving on to our next match. We have the Divas Championship, which is going to be Charlotte versus Paige again. Who will win? Charlotte's still the champion. We'll see. So, now it's time for the Divas Championship, Cajr, which is going to be Charlotte, who has Ric Flair in her corner, of course, versus Paige. Now, they had this match at Survivor Series, didn't they? So, let's see if there's any difference this time.
I think there's been developments with regards to Charlotte's character.
Yeah, she's starting to turn heel, in my opinion, isn't she?
Yeah.
Shades of her dad.
Yeah, I think they're trying to make her into a Ric Flair, which I think is wrong. I think they should let her be her own person, not always be Ric Flair's daughter.
Well,
like, giving her the woo and all that, it really annoys me. It's like,
but
let her be her own person.
She had the woo before she was
dad's.
at NXT. I know it's her dad.
Yeah, but it was her dad's. But that's the reason why it's not a good enough reason for me.
Well, the thing is, I think we start to see her turning more heel a bit with when she was facing Becky Lynch, wasn't it? And she ended up having to cheat to win, I think it was. And
yeah, that was the start. I think that you're building up to possibly a Becky Lynch title match.
So
that's why I think Paige is going to lose.
You think Paige is going to lose? I think Paige is going to lose as well, because I think, like you said, they're just building Charlotte's heel persona up as starting from this month. So,
don't forget to check us out on Twitter.
Catch?
It's at Jerry Lawler and
what?
at Michael
You said
Cole.
all.
Right, Michael Cole? Yeah, that's original.
Well, I was going to say all, or it feud, but no. So I think Paige could end up feuding with Sasha Banks.
I don't know. It's Sasha Banks and the whole Team Bad seem to be feuding a bit more with the Bella Twins and Alicia Fox again, aren't they? Especially from this last month.
Yeah, but you can easily Sasha Banks title picture against Paige.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you think we'll be talking, say, with Royal Rumble, it'll be probably Becky Lynch versus Charlotte, or even a triple threat, could be. With, say, what if we did Sasha Banks, Charlotte and Becky Lynch?
Yeah, that could possibly work, but I think Becky Lynch should have a shot on her own.
Well, the thing is, I think we are getting close to the end of the Paige Charlotte story, and
yeah, definitely.
With Charlotte turning out to be
it can always be brought back out at a later date. Blessed with genuine title contenders on the when you've got Sasha Banks, Paige, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and possibly one at Bella's. I don't think Alicia Fox is a genuine title contender.
Not, no.
Tamina and Naomi neither.
They just don't seem. No offense to Naomi.
They're being overshadowed too much.
By Sasha. And I think Alicia Fox, she didn't even stand a chance when she teamed up with the Bella Twins anyway, because they were already had a big presence.
I think it was just to give her. I mean, there's one person who also might get a chance at the title is Natalya.
Yeah.
But we don't know what's happening with her.
Well, last time I heard, she was attacked once, and she's vanished now for a bit.
Disappeared again.
But then again, with the whole worked as they were. hoping this year.
Well, as I said a few minutes ago, they should never call it a revolution.
Yeah.
Because that just automatically expect thingy. Should have let the people on the internet and things like that say there's a revolution going on in women's wrestling at the moment in WWE. It shouldn't have said, right, this is a revolution. This is our stamp. This is a revolution.
Yeah.
That's not how you do things.
So, what would you say would be a good idea to improve the Divas division in the WWE? First of all, yeah, get rid of the whole revolution thing, which I think they kind of have now, haven't they? But they haven't been saying it as much.
I think you'd have to bring up some. They need to have a roster where 90% of them could genuinely be champion.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, and to do that, they need to. Fox would have to go. I'm sorry,
same with Summer
not
Rae.
great, in my opinion. Summer Rae, she's good for what she's doing, being like a manager kind of person.
Yeah.
We're not saying you have to go completely out of WWE. I'm saying like out of, I think, the actual possibly the wrestling side of it. And no offense to them, it probably not work for them for whatever reason. From blame creative and all that, but it's not worked. They're not on a level of what the new breed are. You look at the likes of Charlotte and Becky Lynch and all that, and you look at Alicia Fox.
The thing is, with Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch and Charlotte, they have been more entertainment. I think they've been the most entertaining thing to come to the Divas division this year. And then we're looking
the
at...
thing is, I don't watch the matches. I know, the matches. I watch them, and like I said, they've named this. Oh, this is the revolution.
It's not.
Blah, 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 and it's like, it's not, because I'm still bored of it. It's.
The thing is, it would have been a good idea if they actually mixed it up a bit when they first started saying that. But they kept on being, it kept on being still, oh, it's a triple threat, or it's a 3-on-3-on-3, or it's a 3-on-3 match.
It's good that they've got away with it. It's good they've gone away from that. But the match, I don't know, they just don't excite me.
Yeah. But then again, even with the NXT division area as well, it's kind of that's kind of died down a bit as well.
Well, I think the problem with that was you took three of the four out.
Yeah.
It's gonna die down.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to rebuild that basically. That's a rebuilding job.
But they will attempt to do that because they. No, I think.
Well, they
with
have
the
to. WWE will have to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, say, it's when you take the three of your four best out of that division, you haven't got that much left.
Yeah. Anyway,
so
the match is over. Charlotte won, which we're expecting to happen anyway. Maybe she'll cheat her way to victory with Ric Flair's help. Yeah, like we said, we both think she's going to win the match, or at least get herself disqualified or something like that. Either way, she's going to walk out with the championship.
Yeah.
So we've just got to see what happens when it comes to TLC this Sunday. Yeah, I think this is going to be one of the boring matches. Because we've already the Charlotte versus Paige one. It'll be nice.
Yeah, they're using Ric Flair to help boost women's wrestling because just for his presence.
You wouldn't have expected that about in the 80s, would you?
I mean, I understand it's his daughter and everything.
Yeah. But like I said, we'll just see.
It just annoys me now more than anything.
What, Ric Flair?
No, the whole.
Oh, the Divas division.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
And like I said, the wooing and.
Fortunately, that's what we've got to stick with for a while, for a bit.
Well, like I say, it's just annoying that she woos just because it's her dad's Ric Flair.
Yeah. Well, that's what story they're going with as well, isn't it? At the moment, it's big, she's only got special because of the daddy.
Yeah.
No offense, but that is the reason why you're probably there at the moment. Okay, you probably worked hard to get there as well, but the name does carry some weight behind it.
Hmm.
Anyway, we're going to move on to our next match, which is going to be the Elimination Tables match. Now, it's on the actual show, it's going to be an 8-man, but unfortunately we can't do that with the WWE 2K16. So instead we're going to do a 3-on-3, a 6-man match with the Dudley Boys and Tommy Dreamer versus the Wyatt family. So, yeah, we are going to now be doing our 6-man elimination tag. Unfortunately, we cannot do it as a tables match, thanks to limitations again. So what we're going to do is just a normal elimination tag, which is better. At least we've got a sort of an idea. But the actual official match is going to be 8-man tables, isn't it, Cajr?
I think so.
So we have representing the Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Eric Rollins, versus representatives of ECW, Bubba Ray, Devon,
Team Extreme.
Team Extreme. I don't give a damn. It's ECW. Either way, it's ECW. So we've got Bubba Ray, Devon, and Tommy Dreamer. Let's begin. Is it because they don't want to use the word ECW or something?
Well, the E in ECW is Extreme.
I know it's Extreme, but no
Extreme.
offense, when I hear Team Extreme, I think of the Hardy Boys. Because they are the original Team Extreme for WWE.
Yeah, but they're using them because it's all ECW originals. These are the people who were originally in ECW.
Yeah. Anyway, like I said, the other person who's in Team Extreme is Rhino. Now, he's been on NXT for a while, that I know of.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see that he's been moved back up to the main TV roster again, for now.
Mm. I think for people like that, it's all about having the story that fits. I mean, there's Samoa Joe down there as well, but I think they're only for stories. They're from.
But then again, I've been enjoying having people like the Dudleys back anyway this year, because it's nostalgia reasons first of all, from the Attitude Era, when I started watching WWE. And for a lot of people who have been disappointed with how WWE has started turning towards its more PG roots, it's nice to have these guys back in the WWE, with them still keeping it. I think that's what they've been trying to do, though, isn't it? Because if people haven't noticed, the numbers haven't been doing so well this year. The WWE, I mean. But so they've been bringing these people like the Dudleys, Tommy Dreamer, and Rhino back to bring those old viewers back in to watch them again. Well, it's like, how long have Dudley's been back now? I think it's been about 4 or 5 months.
No, it's not been that long. About 3 months.
Well, they've been having a feud with the New Day, haven't they?
Yeah, they had a feud with New Day, which was 2 weeks, 2 months, sorry, and then
2 months, yeah. And then
they moved on to this, didn't they?
Yeah. So about 3-4 months, yeah. And then, like I said, we're Tommy Dreamer, who's been back for about 2 weeks, and then Rhino came back last week. Talking about the other team, though, the Wyatt family, the one that we haven't got here is Strowman. He's made an interesting impact in the WWE, hasn't he? For someone who just came in, he didn't even come through NXT, which is weird nowadays. Usually people come, they either from old school wrestling, or they've come up through NXT, haven't they? They don't usually get people that just come.
Yeah, but
straight through.
I think He used Braun Strowman as because of his look. He fits the Wyatt family thing perfectly.
Yeah, he does. He's the black sheep, isn't he, of the Wyatts?
Yeah, the new face of destruction, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But then again, the Wyatts have had a very interesting year, haven't they? I think we started off the year.
The whole thing with.
Yeah. Well, we started. Sorry.
They started off the year not even together.
No, it was just Bray Wyatt on his own, and then
Bray Wyatt on his own, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan on their own.
Yeah, and then we had then Luke Harper joined back up with Bray Wyatt, and then we had Strowman show up, and then Eric Rowan just showing up out of nowhere.
Well, what happened with Eric Rowan was him and Harper seemed to get back together.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
Then he got injured.
Right.
And then Harper, in the feud with Roman Reigns, came back into the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
And then obviously Braun Strowman was brought in.
Well, the thing is,
and then obviously when Rowan was fit again to wrestle, brought him back.
Yeah. Well, now just looking at Bray Wyatt himself, he has had a great year because how many he faced on.
He's been in some big feuds, but he's not actually won many of them.
Yeah.
Overall.
But then again, he's
Roman
had
Reigns,
those big feuds though, and he's been on those. He's been in more of the spotlight this year, especially with the whole Face of Fear thing.
He had a big run in Royal Rumble. He had that big. He had that where he was kept eliminating people.
Yeah, and I just remember him standing in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, he had that, which go for him, fair enough, yeah.
And then
he had
his feud. Did he have Demon Ambrose in Fastlane?
No, it was the
it wasn't Undertaker.
Don't know if he had a feud at Fastlane.
No, I think he didn't. Oh no, it was starting the story up for him versus the Undertaker.
Yeah, because I remember when he was first doing his promo. He never actually said the Undertaker's name because they weren't 100% sure if Undertaker was going to be fit to fight him, so
which
they didn't
he
name
was
an opponent.
But
yeah, it was in the end, but then...
No offence to that match, it didn't feel as... I don't know if it was because the light...
Better, like
yeah. I think it was a little bit of the lighting, but I think the whole atmosphere of, well, the Undertaker's streak is already over, it didn't help as well.
Yeah, and you pretty much knew he was going to lose. There was no way he was going to win that match.
Yeah. But then
because Undertaker's not going to lose 2 in a row.
No. But then after that, it was the whole Roman Reigns thing with him showing up during Money in the Bank, wasn't it? Pushing Roman Reigns off the ladder before he could reach the briefcase, which we'll talk more about that briefcase later. Then, so in other words, that's when we had the Wyatt family started to join up again together with Roman Reigns and what's it called?
Dean
Ambrose. And then after that, I think it was last month. We had the Wyatt family versus Undertaker and Kane, which he's been having big matches, but I agree, he hasn't been winning the big matches.
When was the last major feud he had? Did he actually win?
Good point.
Go, exactly. He always seems to be like the man to build up somebody.
Yeah. But he does it so well.
Right, if you want to build somebody up, you give him a win over Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns.
Well, compared to what matches he has had this year, this is no offense to Dudley Boys and Tommy Dreamer and Rhino. They're still quite huge names, aren't they? But it's not compared to who he's had throughout the whole year. And the Wyatt families themselves they've had throughout the whole year. So this is kind of yeah. a weird match for him to have, but it'll be an interesting match.
It's a good match because it taps into so many popularity points, gets so many popularity points. You got the Dullies in there, you got ECW fans that will be happy because you got ECWs in there. Then you got Bray Wyatt in there, which is always a good thing.
He's a heel, but he's a fan favourite. Yeah. The thing is,
it's his mic work which does it.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm a fan of the Wyatt family, just like you said, because of his mic work. I think he's one of the best with the mic nowadays.
If they ever want to make someone like Bray Wyatt into a champion, they need to give him more wins.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many people caught it, but when the thing with Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns finished, Bray Wyatt actually said that's all for now. He actually said for now.
So do you think?
I think it's a case of they're going to revisit it when they're both proper main eventers in the future. Hopefully.
Well, I see Bray Wyatt being a champion. Do you think you can see him being a champion next year?
He's never held a championship in WWE.
I know he hasn't, but
which is, for somebody you talk about who feuds he's had, he's never been a world champion.
The thing is, he seems to be
having a good thing.
He seems to be having matches where a superstar would usually have if they're either just to build someone up, like you said, or someone who's at the end of their career. The thing is, he's having the matches like what Undertaker or Brock Lesnar would be having. The matches where, right, this is a huge match. There's no championships on it, but this is going to be big. Which is weird, because he's still I would say he's at the beginning of his career still. With the Wyatt families themselves, I think they've still got a lot to show us. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Wyatts with at least one title by the end of next year. Maybe the tag team again.
It's a sorry state of affair when one of your best talkers, Bray Wyatt, hasn't held a title. Yet Luke Harper, someone who's been following him, has.
Continental, didn't he?
He had the Intercontinental going to WrestleMania.
That's weird. But then again, he doesn't need to talk. He's just creepy.
But that's my point. He's not held. Doesn't need. Bray Wyatt should have held at least one title by now.
Yeah,
and it shouldn't have been the US. He should have held one title, but he hasn't.
You never know. He might end up holding one title next year. I won't be surprised.
But
which one? But which one will he be holding?
Who knows? But my point is, it's what's it called? It needs to hold a title because he kept going from basically jobbing to people all the time.
Right. This is going to be now. This is probably going out there a bit too much, but I want to make a sort of future prediction with this. What are the chances that Wyatt will win the Royal Rumble next month and then go to WrestleMania to face? I've got a feeling it might be Sheamus. Do you see that could happen?
I've been talking to people at work like this, and I've already nailed my possible Royal Rumble winner already.
Talk about it now, because we're still going through this match.
I think it might be Brock Lesnar.
You think Brock Lesnar's going to be back for the Royal Rumble? Oh, he hasn't. Has he won the Royal Rumble?
Don't think he has.
No. I know John Cena's won it a couple of times. Oh, please don't bring him back to win it.
Brock Lesnar, to me, at the moment, is the only person who could. Because you've got to think ahead to WrestleMania as well. And you've got to think this is going to be probably the main event this year. It doesn't have that marquee match. It doesn't have an Undertaker Brock Lesnar main event.
Yeah.
So the world title match is going to. So you need somebody who is going to put bums on seats.
Because
of that, I think it's going to be Brock Lesnar. You're going to be Royal Rumble winner.
All right,
possibly against Roman Reigns.
I've got another question. Do you think we're going to have an Undertaker match at WrestleMania?
God, I don't know.
You hope not.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yes,
I think it's.
It's done.
Yeah.
In all fairness to the Undertaker, he can't keep rolling out every year. I mean, I don't know if you've been reading on the internet recently, but it sounds like Sting's done as well.
Yeah, he's
got to have neck surgery.
Yeah.
And
no offense, the last time I heard about neck surgery, it was Edge.
I think last time you probably heard neck surgery, most likely would be Daniel Bryan.
Oh, yeah, and he's not back yet either. We don't know. Is he coming
and
back?
He's turned around and said, apparently this week he's turned around and says it's more than likely his WWE career is over.
Oh.
He's not said it definitively, he's saying more than likely.
Poor Brian.
It's called Daniel. Well, he's actually called Brian, so.
Yeah, his actual name is Brian Daniels.
Brian Daniels' son.
Yeah, well, close enough.
But yeah, just let him go. Put him in Hall of Fame. Give him his retirement match.
I think it's like he's been doing it for 25 years. Come on, not many can actually say that they've been doing it for that long.
And I'm sorry, but now his matches do. Unfortunately, they're getting probably worse.
Yeah, I think he's reached the point where it's.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it like again at work to people, and I said, I think now you'll probably the only time you'll see Undertaker wrestle now is in a tag team match because he doesn't actually have to do much.
Yeah.
Because whoever his partner is can do a lot of the work to keep the match flowing. While he has a rest to get his breath or whatever, his partner does the work. That's the way tag team matches work.
The thing is, I didn't really see much of the Undertaker match at Survivor Series because I had a problem with the stream that I was watching it on.
In my opinion, the Wyatt should have won. They should be building the Wyatts up. But again,
unfortunately, yeah. Like I said, hopefully they'll be built up a bit more. What's it called? Next year. Anyway, who do you think is going to win the Wyatts versus Team Extreme match? We never actually said that, did we?
I want to say Wyatts.
You want the Wyatts to win?
Yeah, because they could be a really dominant faction.
Oh yeah.
But
and I think it's a great time to do it.
They keep frigging losing, and that's the problem. They get these big feuds from, which is great, but then they lose. It's like, well, you just built up your opponents.
The thing is, it's a great time for them to be dominant because now I would say we've got enough factions in the WWE that we could have some kind of competition through it.
I think WWE is doing a faction thing at the moment because you've got the League of Nations now. Yeah. You've got looks like Roman Reigns got his own. You've got Team Extreme. Looks like Roman Reigns got his own little faction.
We really should name that faction.
It's more of a people. Yeah, I mean you've always got the Authority lurking around, which it's a faction, but it isn't.
Yeah, New Day could always add a new member. Well, they seem to be all right with Team Bad at the moment. Did you see that? Was it Brawl? That was.
Yeah, they give him unicorn thing.
Yeah, but I want one of those.
Yeah. So I think they're trying to go back to when the Attitude Era a little bit, where there was lots of factions around. I mean, back then you had like the Nation of Domination, you had D-Generation X, you had the Corporation, then you had the Ministry of Darkness. You know, you had all these factions which popped up, and then I mean later in the Attitude Era, and possibly going after the Attitude Era, you had the right to censor and things like that.
I miss those eras. I really still miss those eras. How is this match still going? No one's been eliminated yet. Oh. People haven't noticed. We are starting to run out of things to say about this match. Should we talk a little bit about tables matches?
Oh, good. Let's talk about the future of the Dudleys.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Do you think they're going to be winning the championship? Like, I hope they do.
They will. They're going to at some point. It might not be for a little while longer because they've been basically kicked out the
Championship,
championship picture at the
title.
moment.
Yeah. The thing is, what would it be? It'd be their 10th WWE Championship, or is it the 20th in total?
10th in WWE.
Yeah. But they need to win it. If anything, it's not a. We want them to win it, but I think it's more of a they need to win it because it just cements them as what they are, one of the best tag teams in history of the WWE, in history of wrestling, if anything, because they've done so much in that division.
Not only that, I mean, the thing about I say about tag teams and things like that, people, especially with tag teams, is how many memorable matches can you remember of this tag team?
Well,
and I always say about the New Age Outlaws, don't get me wrong, they were entertaining and everything, but they never had standout matches. I bet you can't tell me one match that they were actually which stands out.
No, I can definitely tell you one match that the Dudley, well, 2 or 3 matches that they've had. Including, this is how important the Dudley Boys are. If it wasn't for the Dudley Boys, we probably wouldn't even have this pay-per-view. Dudley Boys was one of the 3 teams that made TLC. They put the T in TLC.
Yeah, because it was a few with the Dudleys and
the Hardys and Edge and Christian, which I still think are 2 TLC matches. There's still some of the best matches in WWE's history. The 3 of the best tag teams around. That's been around as well, haven't they? And then we had certain members from those tag teams who had great solo careers as well. For example, Edge.
Well, I think they've all. I mean, Bubba Ray Dudley had a good solo career outside at TNA.
Yeah.
He won TNA title at one point. So
wasn't he known as Bully Ray then? Or something?
Yeah, Bully Ray, but he's still Bubba Ray.
Yeah, it was still Bubba Ray. He
still debuted as a tag team thing. And same with Jeff Hardy. He was WWE champion at one point, and he was TNA champion.
And then
Edge is obvious. Christian, he even won it. So I think I think Matt Hardy won the TNA title recently.
Yeah, he had the Cruiserweight as well once.
Oh
yeah, I remember that. but
out of the 6,
it's just evil.
4 of them have been world champions at some promotion or other.
Exactly. The thing is, they are 6 great wrestlers, individually and as tag teams. By the way, the Team Extreme are down to 1, and there's 3 of the Wyatt family left. So this is going to be interesting. Oh yeah, will be an elimination tier, just to remind people when it comes to the actual TLC thing. So there won't be any pinning or submission. It'll be, if you don't know what a tables match is, it's simple enough. If you get put through a table, you're out. Does that include the announcers table?
I don't know, because I don't think they've ever really done it. So
the thing is, in the game, if you put them through the announcers table, it doesn't count. But I don't, like you said, they've not really done it in an actual show, have they?
No, they've always actually made them go through a thingy.
Oh, Bray Wyatt's out. Go, Tommy Dreamer. Nope, it's over.
Why has Tommy Dreamer's been eliminated?
Yeah, he just got clotheslined by Luke Harper. Yeah, he's been eliminated. Oh, that was a long match. I expect it to be a long match because you've got to at least have 4 eliminations, haven't you, in the actual match? But yeah, like you said, you think that the Wyatt family should win it? Do you think that they will win it?
For long term, I think they will. For long term effect, for what they need to.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Wyatt family needs to get that boost, especially if they want to try and get a more faction storyline getting through the WWE. You need to make the Wyatt family seem dominant because they are one of the original modern factions that the WWE have, isn't it? They came as a faction.
Years, there's only been I think there's only 2 factions over the last few years which have had the effect of a huge effect.
What's your
one? Was the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can eliminate to get it.
The Shield?
Yeah.
But then again, we're not going to have the Shield back, are we?
Yeah, but I'm not saying we will, but I'm just saying that they've had this huge effect.
Yes, they have.
Now, the Shield have all gone their separate ways, and they're all doing really well on their own. But the Wyatts, it's more. I think the Wyatts is a faction more of like the Undertaker's had in the 90s.
Oh, what was it? The Brotherhood of. Who? Oh, what am I thinking of?
He had the Ministry of Darkness.
That's it. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of DC or something. But,
yeah, because he had the likes of Midian and Viscera, who were
Gangrel was in his team as well, wasn't it?
Gangrel,
yeah,
Edge and Christian at first.
Yeah.
And he had the Hardy Boys was with Gangrel. I don't know if they were in part of Ministry though.
No, so, I think it was just the.
You had all these lower rung wrestlers who weren't going to push up main events, but you had this one man at the top who.
And look how big that man was. Yeah.
But this is the same situation with the Wyatts, where the man who's running it is brilliant. Then, alright, they're probably better than the ones back that the Undertaker had, but you've got 2 people who are never really going to push main event status.
No. Anyway,
not in the current guide, anyway.
Anyway, let's move on to the next match, which will be.
Was it actually finished?
Yeah, the match is finished.
I would like to point out to everybody, I can actually see this.
Yeah. We forget to point that out at the beginning. Our next match will be for the United States Championship. Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger in a chairs match. Let's go. So, anyway, moving on to the US Championship. Now, unfortunately, like the last one, you can't have a chairs match. So we're going to be doing it as Extreme Rules, which is, in my opinion, closer to other things than chairs, aren't they?
Yeah, maybe it's like Coulter's scooter. Maybe we can use a Coulter.
Anyway, so it's Alberto Del Rio, the current champion, versus Jack Swagger, starting from now. And Alberto Del Rio's now kicked Zeb Coulter to the curb. He's got. Thank God he's got rid of that stupid. What was it? Mexico.
Mex America.
That's it. Mex America. That was ridiculous. So anyway, big surprise from this year. Alberto Del Rio is back. He came back. What was it? Hell in a Cell. Where he took on John Cena for his first night back. He won the US title. So yeah. But also he's another member of the League of Nations, which in my opinion sounds like a superhero team. It's the League of Nations coming to save the day. But yeah, you're happy that Alberto Del Rio's back? Do you think?
No, I'm not happy that Alberto Del Rio's back.
No, that's why I'm asking. Are you happy that he's back?
No.
No.
The only reason I'm happy is it looks like it's bringing Jack Swagger back into the world.
Yes.
Which is a good thing, because he
kind of
alright, John Cena's he was basically doing nothing. But the thing was, you had John Cena. It's a hard act to follow as US champion. I completely understand that.
Yeah.
We had so many people who probably deserved to have the title. Why couldn't they give it to someone like Neville, who's been working for the last few months or whatever, or give it to Cesaro, or you know, there were other people who could have given it to, and then you go, we'll give it to somebody who has only just returned, and it's like, oh well, what's that say to the other people? That it's again, it's the part-timers thing.
Well, the thing
why
is,
do the people part-timers automatically get a title shot?
well, it's like we spoke about. The thing is, we couldn't do the match for John Cena for Hell in the Cell prediction because of the fact that we didn't know who he was going to be facing. But oh, he's bringing out a table. But yeah, I think I agree. There's other people who deserve the championship, but because he won the championship, it's like you said, it's brought Jack Swagger back out again, which is nice to see because he's a great wrestler. It's unfortunately they just not got a story for him at that time.
Or maybe he's being punished for things.
Yeah, WWE loves to punish people, don't they?
Well, apparently, but there was something to do with drugs, though.
Oh, what?
Did he get done for drugs?
I know Alberto Del Rio did.
No, Alberto Del Rio got sacked for abusing a WWE employee.
Oh, it was a dick. Not much has changed.
So, well, let's say, I'm glad that Jack Swagger's back. If anything, it makes the matches which Jack Swagger's in different, because it's not the same people all the time.
Well, he's a good guy. He seems like a good guy now. A face with this, isn't he?
Yeah.
Which
like I said,
he wasn't for a while.
Well, he was, because his last thing, he was for when he was last on TV, because the last time he was on TV feuding was against Rusev.
Yeah, and that really built the whole We the People, which he's still doing now.
He's still using it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I say, I think putting Jack Swagger in matches now against the likes of, say, Neville and Stars, people who might not have necessarily wrestled before, and actually not being squashed, makes it better, because it's different. It's not the same thing every bloody week.
Yeah. Talking about someone that you mentioned there, Neville. We've been getting a bit of a story of him this past couple of weeks with him and The Miz. How do you think that's gonna go?
Badly.
I'm really, you know, it's gonna end up with Neville versus The Miz at one point again. The Miz is great for that.
Don't get me wrong, The Miz is great with a mic in his hand,
But he's not a great wrestler.
I don't enjoy his matches.
He's basically the opposite of Ryback. Simple enough, that is what The Miz is. If you basically merged Miz and Ryback together, they would become the perfect wrestler.
I just find him annoying. I think he's trying to be too much like an Edge type character who cheats and things to win.
Yeah, we don't need an Edge character. You need to be your own character. That's what makes you more interesting.
Well, you could. I think the person who could be an Edge like character for me could be Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
But like I said, because you don't get annoyed by him, and you can legitimately fear Dean Ambrose. Whereas the Miz, every time you see him, you just want to punch his fucking face.
Yeah, well, with Demon Ambrose on the other hand, he's one of those people that he's done something, but we're still finding it really funny, even though it's the simplest thing. It's like, what was the latest thing he's done? It was the popcorn and a drink in the crowd, didn't he? Oh no, near the announcer's desk, and he came into the ring and just threw it at Kevin Owens' face.
Yeah.
That was great.
But, I mean, you could make him into like an opportunist, where Edge was, where you can still like him, but if he thinks he's going to lose, he can, because he'll get away with it. He's one of those who can get away with it because he's so well liked.
He's
where he's not necessarily cheated. Where he's not necessarily cheated necessarily cheated, but he's like bent the rules sort of thing. He's done something. So, but like I say, the Miz, he just, like I say, it just annoyed the shit out of me.
Anyway, quick question before we end this match. Who do you think? Yeah, the match is finished. Who do you think is going to win? You think Del Rio's going to win? I think Del Rio is going to win because I think he's just started as champion, and because it builds up with the League of Nations. Unfortunately, we can't see Jack Swagger in the whole faction thing at the moment. Unfortunately, we might be wrong. That's what's the point of predictions. But just for future story, I think Del Rio will win it.
Yeah.
Even though the match thinks Jack Swagger's going to win it.
Go on, Jack Swagger.
Go, Jack Swagger. You can do it. But we don't think you're going to do it. Simple enough.
This win is exactly why so many superstars hope their number.
Oh yeah, by the way, this match is going to be a chairs match when it comes to the actual show. Unfortunately, like again, we couldn't do that match, so it was. That's why you see other weapons everywhere. They didn't even break the table. Come on. That's a waste of a table.
Don't let the Dudleys see that.
No, they'll get upset. Anyway, our next match will be what would be the Tag Team Championship match, but we're going to do it as a triple threat ladders match with Kofi Kingston representing the New Day, one of the Usos, I don't know which one yet, and one of the Lucha Dragons. I don't know yet. We'll see who we pick in a minute. See you then. Anyway, time for the Tag Team Championship match. Unfortunately, we can't do a triple threat tag team. So we're going to be doing just a normal triple threat match. We've got Jimmy Uso representing the Usos, Kofi Kingston representing the New Day, and Kalisto representing the Lucha Dragons. This is a ladders match. Begin. Now that was fast.
Yes, we need to get this a lot faster.
Well, you know this is going to be a pain in the neck match, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is a ladders match, which is going to be great because we usually get some great ladders matches from the WWE, don't we? Okay, apart from one match in particular, which I thought was really bad this year, the Money in the Bank.
I think the problem with ladder matches is, especially when you've got quite a lot of people, is that they tend to get everyone to do the finishers quite early. I mean, there was no time at all on Money in the Bank before I think somebody had the finisher done. It's like, you know, it's...
No offence, I'm more upset if our prediction was a better match than the actual match.
But the other thing is, a ladder match, you think, oh, there's going to be some bodies put online, and you look at them 6 or 7, whenever you look at it, you think, you know, there's not that many who are really going to take the ladder to the face. Or...
We got a feeling we know these guys here are more than likely going to win. They're just there just to be there to fill in the numbers.
Yeah, you're gonna get. Don't get me wrong. You'll get plenty of like jumps off top of the ladder. But you won't get people jumping.
Definitely.
Yeah, but you won't get people like landing on a ladder a lot. You might get the odd 1 or 2.
They're not the ladder matches of old days.
You have one person. I think there were a few people got it. Then one person got hurt getting tossed off a ladder.
Well, the thing is, that's proof. We've had the good side of ladder matches and the bad side of ladder matches this year. Like you said, we had the WrestleMania ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship, where we ended up having Dean Ambrose being powerbombed through a ladder.
Having to have stitches in his head.
Yeah, while he was there. And then, like you said, the Money in the Bank match, which I still think is one of the poorest Money in the Bank matches that we've had. Okay, we've had things come from it, like, for example, we mentioned earlier, the Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt feud.
Yeah, but like I say...
So... What about this match? We've got the Usos, which are back together again. After, was it Jimmy or Jay? I don't know which one it was who was injured during WrestleMania, wasn't it?
No, it weren't at WrestleMania. One of them got injured, I don't think.
When was it?
I think it were a bit later, but doesn't really matter.
Yeah, either way, they're back together. They're back again. You're kidding me. Is this match nearly finished? Nope. We've got the Lucha Dragons, who seem to be showing up a lot more in the tag team title scene as well. And then, of course, we've got the New Day as well. I expect to see a lot of high flying in this match, because we've got the Lucha Dragons for once, and we've got Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. He's a high flyer a bit as well, isn't he? He's going to be in that match somehow.
Yeah, but like I said, none of them, to me, are Edge and Christian hard as Dudley's. They're going to basically throw the bodies out wide. It's, you know.
Don't see it with these guys.
No.
I think the only team that I could see them doing that is probably the Luchas.
Yeah, but then you need somebody who's going to fall onto a ladder, all that.
Yeah. No, either way, we're hoping it's going to be a great ladder match. It's got opportunity to be a great ladder match. Because this is basically what the old TLC without the ladders and without the tables and the chairs part of it, isn't it? Where original TLC match is it's just a ladder match with extra weapons. I don't know. Who do you first think is going to win this match?
New Day.
You think they're going to cheat to win?
I don't think they need to. It's one of those which doesn't need a cheat to win. They just need to.
They're going to have numbers on this side.
Yeah, they got numbers on the right side. That's about it.
Because I've got a feeling that Usos and Lucha Dragons are going to work together at the beginning, but then they will have the whole who should go and get the title problem, which usually happens in a title scenario where, like this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I agree. I think the New Day are going to still win it, because out of the whole division at the moment, they are the more entertaining with it.
Yeah, but I think they need a long-term rival, though. That's the thing they need now. They need a long-term rival to push them, basically. Well, it looked like Dudley's were going to be it, but then that's just gone quiet. Yeah, you could have the Usos, could be it.
You could have Luke Harper and
Could be
Eric
a new
Warren.
tag team. Yeah.
Yeah, especially like you said, we're on about the faction stuff. Why not New Day and the Wyatts? Oh, that would be weird. Positivity versus fear.
Yeah.
What are the chances if that happens that Xavier Woods gets kidnapped?
More than likely.
Yeah. Well, hey Johnston, how you doing, mate? Oh god, I knew this match was going to do this.
Make no mistake about it. This is a war. This is an all-out victory.
The thing is, once it got it on, we could have a break after this. Oh, it's over!
Who's won it?
The New Day!
So our predictions came true.
Our prediction on this came true, yeah. That was, okay.
Unexpected.
So, yeah, a little bit. Because I just looked down and I looked up again and he won it. So yeah, according to this match, New Day's going to win this somehow. And we think they are going to win it anyway.
Yeah, I think it's too soon for Usos to have titles.
Yeah, and I think, no offense to Lucha Dragons, they're a bit... it's too soon for them to win it as well, if anything.
Not really, they've been around a while, but I think if
New Day
anyone but the New Day's going to win it, I think it's going to beat Lucha Dragons personally.
Yeah. So anyway, let's move on to our next match, which is the Intercontinental Championship. It is Dean Ambrose versus the champion Kevin Owens. Sorry, a bit burp. And it is just a normal match. So, yeah, now it's time for the Intercontinental match. We have Kevin Owens, the current champion, versus Dean Ambrose. Let us begin.
This is the match I am looking forward to the most.
Same here. Is it weird that it's is it weird that it's a match that doesn't have any tables, ladders, or chairs in it? But I am looking forward to this match.
Yeah, I think it's because especially after the match at Hell in a Cell,
Yeah.
which was a brilliant match. It's like, yeah, it's these two can work together. These two are good together.
Yeah. Well, I've got a question about this because not this match in particular, but for the whole of what's happened over WWE this year. What would you say was your match of the year? Personally, mine was Kevin Owens versus John Cena, the first one.
Great match.
Yeah.
I have to say Cesaro Cena as well. That's going to be a shout.
Yeah. The thing is,
Sami Zayn Cena.
Cena has had a bunch of great matches. He's helped people coming up from NXT. And people who have been around a bit longer as well.
I think the other thing is, it was more of the fact he was fighting against people he wouldn't usually fight against.
Yeah. Well, it's like
Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Cesaro, people who, when he's world champion, he is not going to fight against.
No. And it's a good thing that this has happened. The best thing that has happened over this year is that open challenge.
Yeah.
Because it's shown so many people who, like you said, would usually not fight him, had a fight with him, and they had brilliant matches. Like I said, the Kevin Owens one, all three of those matches are what people are saying are some of the best matches that has happened this year. And like I said, Cesaro, we've all been saying that he's a great wrestler and he should be given a chance. And unfortunately, he's not been given a chance as much at the moment still. But he did show the world this is what he can do. And then we've got Sami Zayn and Neville. They're just two people that we know will get better and better. Well, Sami Zayn hopefully will come into Raw and SmackDown soon. Because he's just come back to NXT, hasn't he? Or he's coming back next week.
Yeah, Sami Zayn, I think he's just come back this week.
Yeah, well, I think they've got Takeover London this week as well, haven't they? I don't remember what their main match is, but they're fighting in London. But either way, they've been some great matches, and John Cena has been there for those matches. Now, a lot of people know I'm not a big fan of John Cena, but I do have to respect what he has done this year for those wrestlers.
Yeah, I think when Kevin Owens came on, that was pretty much the start of it.
Yeah. Well, I think Sami Zayn had it first, didn't he? Because the whole thing of it was that Sami Zayn came on, he got injured or something, and Kevin Owens had the problem that he was the one who injured Sami Zayn, not John Cena. And that's how that rivalry started, didn't it? Yeah, boy, that was one of our first matches in our predictions as well, because it was Extreme Rules. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I've enjoyed John Cena, but I think Kevin Owens, I think this match, this could be a feud which takes him on for a few months now.
What, Dean Ambrose? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it would do good to have Dean Ambrose in on something other than something Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins related.
Yeah.
Because last time I did that was Bray Wyatt when Bray Wyatt was on his own, and it didn't really work. It just seemed to go on like the Randy Orton Sheamus feud.
Yeah,
that
this seems it should work.
Yeah, I mean, like, they're both great on the mic and everything, and after the match at, what's it called?
Hell
in a Cell.
Yeah.
It should be a good match.
Yes.
So,
who do you think is going to win this match anyway?
couldn't go either way.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't call
You
it.
know
It
what?
actually flipped
Personally,
me.
I don't care how it goes because I think it's going to be a great match anyway. And I don't think this is going to, like you said, I don't think this is the last that we're going to hear of these two facing each other. I won't be personally, I won't be surprised if Dean Ambrose wins it, and then at Royal Rumble we'll have the rematch.
The second match.
Yeah. Or is it the third match?
The second match for the title, because the first match was for the world title thing.
Yeah. Oh, it was Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Hell in a Cell, Survivor Series.
Oh, it's...
You can't say it was long ago, it was only 3 weeks ago.
I've slept since then.
But, yeah, they had a great match. We haven't actually really spoken a bit about that tournament, have we?
No.
It might be a bit of a disappointing outcome, if anything. Because how many times did we say we was hoping
for when we get to the actual match itself?
But yeah, like I said, these two had their semi-final match. It was a great semi-final match. It was the second match of the night as well, wasn't it? The first match being Roman Reigns versus Alberto Del Rio. He definitely shown that he should be in the main event picture as well, didn't he? Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Oh, kick out at 2. Kevin Owens
of course,
is still
winning.
Kevin Owens nearly got pinned. But I don't think anyone's done a special yet.
Kevin Owens made an impact on day one after beating CJ Parker in his debut match in NXT TakeOver.
Yeah.
He brutally attacked unsuspecting.
We're going to see much more of these two. And like you said, I've got a feeling probably up to WrestleMania they'll be having their rivalry. Maybe a bit more afterwards. Or do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think WrestleMania will be their pinnacle end of their rivalry together?
I don't know. It depends on what the plans are after Mania.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what their plans are
sorry.
now after the whole Seth Rollins thing. Sounds like everything's been thrown apart now.
I think Ambrose and Owens were going to be... Oh, the other way?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, Kevin Owens wins.
Anyway, like I was saying, I think this feud would have been a month ago, but
yeah.
Obviously the title tournament had to take place.
Yeah, I think they were planned to have this Intercontinental match at Survivor Series. But like you said, because of the whole Seth Rollins injury, yeah, unfortunately. I hope he gets better soon. Because he is a great talker of the WWE. But anyway, yeah, let's move on to our next match. Let's skip the replays. It is going to be the World Heavyweight WWE Heavyweight Championship match. Sheamus versus Roman Reigns in a TLC match. So that will be starting. And so here we are. The final match of TLC. A TLC match between Sheamus and Roman Reigns for the WWE Heavyweight Championship, starting from now. Right, so I think we should talk about what happened at the end of Survivor Series first, don't you?
Yes, Sheamus finally cashing in his money in the bank.
I said that I thought that would happen. Okay, there was no momentum built up, but that's what usually happens with him.
Yeah, I think the problem with it is that I think they've done it to get it out of the way. Yes. Because I don't think in the next couple of months, at least, or any time around Mania, that they could see them wanting to change the title to Sheamus. Because like you say, he had built up no momentum, he was in mid-card obscurity.
Yeah.
He was going nowhere, and it was a case of either he cashes in, and obviously it gives them a story for going forward for a few months.
Yeah.
Or it's a case of he doesn't cash in at all, or he tries to cash in and fails.
Yeah. Well, I've got a question. Do you think that Roman Reigns was meant to win the championship anyway? Because it was originally going to be Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns, wasn't it?
I don't know. I've heard conflicting things on the internet. One said he was going to win it. Another one said he was going to not win it, but he was going to get it at Mania.
Right. The thing is, in my opinion, I would say that it was meant to win it, because I think this was meant to happen. The whole Sheamus cashing in at Survivor Series. I think that was going to happen no matter what. So it makes more sense for him to do it if Roman Reigns was the champion. I just can't imagine one of them also accepting defeat.
Yeah, it's hard to say though, because it could go away. We can always talk about coulda, woulda, shoulda. This is the fact is they've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've got the League of Nations pop up out of it now.
Yeah, which will be interesting to see what happens. It's nice to see the
four people in the League of Nations. It's always coming down to WWE creative. If they put them in the right matches, in the right feuds, and have the correct outcomes, everyone on that team could be seen as being formidable.
Yes.
But for the last 12 months, Barrett's been like jobbing here and there. He's been, bouncing from match to match, basically against Neville or majority of the time.
Well, that's what we were talking about. I think it was just before SummerSlam. He's just been there as the other guy. Because at SummerSlam he was the other guy with Stardust, wasn't he? With what's his name? I keep forgetting. Green Arrow and
Stephen Amell.
Stephen Amell and Neville. That was the main thing that it was there for. Was just to be the other guy.
But the thing is, he's still the other guy. He's not having his own feud. Rusev's having his own feud with Ryback.
Yeah,
Del Rio's got his own feud with Jack Swagger.
Yeah.
What a match this is going to be.
Barrett's not got anybody he himself is feuding with. He's basically being a cheerleader to Sheamus.
Alright, so looking at the people that we know have factions at the moment, who do you think would be a great feud for Barrett?
Well, it doesn't have to be anyone with a faction. I mean, the others aren't even in factions.
Yeah, good point. They've got Ryback and
Jack Swagger.
Jack Swagger, yeah.
So I think who's up roster who could be a good. I think in his current guys, I can't say Stardust, but as Cody Rhodes, I think that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Who else is on roster? I'm trying to think. Who's got a?
Oh, that's
good. Who could compliment him?
Oh, is this a Superman punch? Superman punch. Oh no, he blocked it.
It's hard to say. Really.
I know what you mean. It's one of those things.
I'd be interested to one match. Actually, one match I'd be interested to see. Randy Orton and Barrett.
Yeah, that would be weirdly different. But Randy Orton's still injured.
Yeah, Randy Orton's still injured. I'm just saying that'd be an interesting feud.
Alright, I've got one. What about Cesaro Barrett?
Good one.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. You got Barrett, who is he's a good heel. And then you've got Cesaro, who we do want to see more screen time of anyway.
I've just thought of another one, but Barrett Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. Think of them two on mic against each other.
That would be awesome.
Because they're both great on the mic.
Anyway, let's go back to what the match is actually at the moment. Sheamus versus Roman Reigns. I think we got a bit off topic. This is going to be weird, but how do you think Sheamus is doing at the moment in this last 3 weeks as champion? He's been different. I'm going to be honest, and it's not his first title reign.
No, I think he knows he's just a placeholder for something down the line. I think what he's done is been serviceable.
Yeah.
I think it's serviceable what he's done. It's not been amazing.
Do you think he's going to hold on to the title?
I think to be honest, I think he could have done with another week to build the feud with Roman Reigns.
Unfortunately, it had to be quick because of Christmas.
Yeah, I understand why they've scheduled it so quickly. But I think it could have done with that one extra week.
Anyway, the match is over.
Yeah.
Yeah, according to the game, Sheamus is going to win it. I think he's going to win it as well. I think he's going to get help from the Nation. I think Wade Barrett's going to help him. Like I said, he hasn't got a match, does he? So why not?
No. But I think the reason why Sheamus is going to win is because WWE's trying to build up sympathy for Roman Reigns, where he's always nearly becoming world champion.
Oh no, he has become world champion, but it only lasted about 5 minutes, 15 seconds.
Yeah, and I love Sheamus's t-shirt.
Sheamus 515, yeah. I want that t-shirt. Anyway, so that is our WWE predictions for TLC. Cajr, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me for 2015. This is our last pay-per-view of the year, which has been nice. Thank you again for joining us for this. We will be back for Royal Rumble, which is it's January. I think it's at the end of January. I think we'll have about a 5-week break, won't we? Hopefully.
Smart.
Cajr, again, thank you for joining me, and everybody, Merry Christmas, and we will be back for Royal Rumble. Until then, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Dan.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It's one of those. I think he needed that badass era because
to actually
it freshened him up a bit.
The streak cemented it, yeah.
Because he was the badass, he could have top motorcycle and all that. It gave him a freshness, and he could do things he couldn't do with the Dead Man character with regards to storylines.
Well, would you say that the Undertaker that we have now is like a combination of them both?